What's going on, Cubs fam? We are back for another Disney Sorcerer's Arena this morning. I'm happy to say we have some really exciting news dropping from the devs today about an Aladdin rework, and they are dropping a tease that the Aladdin team or the Aladdin event is coming back, which means if you don't have Jafar yet, you're going to be able to go for Jafar now. Now, this is something I'm particularly very excited about and pretty impressed with, because I like to see balance passes, buffs, as a regular occurrence. I think the games like this need to constantly be updated and constantly be balanced as the meta changes and shifts. I've seen other games, which I won't name, that's just makes such a big deal out of buffing characters or nerfing characters. This should be happening on a very regular basis to keep things tuned and in a very healthy place. And I like to see these mostly free-to-play characters getting a buff in this situation. I think you could probably consider Jafar basically free-to-play at this point with the event coming back, because you've had plenty of time to farm these other characters. And so without any further ado, let's get into what this update looks like. This is on the Discord server. Now, be sure that you're following this Discord server if you're not already, because this is a very, very big point of communication from Glue right now. Meathead is on here all the time, giving updates for the game, stuff that's not in game too. So if you're just following DSA in the game itself, there's nothing in there. I mean, if you look right now in the news icon here, there's nothing in here at all right now about this update. Is just on Discord right now. I guess there's an update here that tells you to go to Discord, so I guess you could get it there. So let's go over this buff. I think that this is gonna make this team pretty solid. The Aladdin team, the full Aladdin team, is already pretty good, honestly. So I think they're gonna find their way into the meta right now, people. All right, here we go. So we got character changes. This is not live at the point that I'm filming this video. I'm doing this the day before, though, so maybe it'll be live by the time you guys see this. So Jafar, time is running out, now expires after 4 turns, which is up from 2 turns. Now, decrements its remaining time, or, yeah, decrements, I think is what that word is. I'm gonna get crap for that in the comments. Oh well. Its remaining time to expire by both the affected character taking a turn or receiving a harmful effect. Increased XP damage by 33%. May now spread by Madam Mim's Withering Seep ability. And so I don't know if many people are going to plan on running him with Madam Mim, but if you are, there you go. Just getting warmed up. Now activates with 30% chance, up from 15, so we're doubling that effect. Now has a 1-turn magic charge, down from 3. And so you're going to be able to use this ability just getting warmed up quite a bit more. May now activate based on any villain or Aladdin's franchise teammate, so it's villain or Aladdin franchise teammate, attacking an opponent with ability. Reduce initial damage by 42%. So a little bit of a balance there in the other direction. Increased continuous damage to 50% of initial damage, up from 25%. So if you're not familiar with this ability, let's talk real quick about what this ability is. So we'll head over to Jafar here. Where are you at? I don't have him unlocked still. This was when this event was out last, I was still just getting started on the game. And so just getting warmed up. This is his passive ability. And what it says is, on villain teammate performing a basic attack, this character has a 15% chance to perform Breath of Fire against the opponent that his teammate is attacking. Breath of Fire is to deal up to 122 damage. And then you got that continuous damage with 30%, and then increased damage on scaling that up. And so now it activates with 30% chance instead of 15, which it says there. 1-turn magic charge. And then may activate any villain, so not just Aladdin. And then we've got that continuous damage is going to be up as well. So that's a pretty good buff there. Now let's talk about Jasmine. Jasmine is gaining 1 health gear. Let's see, 1 health gear has been replaced with offense for all tiers. So interesting to see gear being adjusted. Base stats are now as follows. Offense, 47 up from 42, so they're making her stronger. Defense, 15 down from 25, so they're making her a little more squishy. Health, 252 down from 360, and then speed, 100 up from 90. Speed and we're making her more of an attacker. Faster, more damage, less health, less defense. And then Raja, base health gained from Jasmine increased up to 75%. So we're making Raja more tanky. Base defense gained from Jasmine increased to 100%, up from 20. So that's, I mean, obviously we're taking those stats down for Jasmine, but not that much. Like, I think he's still going to be stronger based off this. This is a buff. And then base offense gained from Jasmine increased to 150%. So Raja is going to be a big change on this. I'm really anxious to see what Raja looks like exactly, because having his health increase, like his health pool is already decent, especially when you factor in that defense up that he gets when you level up Jasmine's ability there that calls Raja. But having his offense up double from 75%, we're going to have him double. And notice that's scaling up from Jasmine's offense. So it's not just double of what you're used to now. It's double of what it used to be, plus what those base stats are. Jasmine's up from 42 to 47. So it's going to be a much harder hitting Raja. Let's see what that looks like. He didn't hit very hard at all before, so I'm curious to see if he actually has meaningful damage at this point. That'd be pretty cool. Now, Genie, a lot of people felt like Genie was just not a very good character. Look at what's going on here with Genie. Cosmic Power deals 50% additional damage per bolt for each prior bolt that successfully damaged the opponent. Now calls all allied genies to assist. And so when you bring in all those extra genies, you're going to be able to call a mass assist. This game is leaning in towards that more. You've kind of got that mechanic now with a lot of things. Frozen team has it. You've got the Incredibles team, which has, several characters that can be called in to assist. Lots of different places for that. And so cool to see that with Genie as well. Hat Trick now applies, if able, the opposite helpful effect for each harmful effect that is transferred to an opponent. That's pretty OP as well. And then Friend Like Me now applies invincibility to saved ally until the current turn ends. Oh, man. See, this is actually, I think, an important pass here, because Genie, with how many multi-attackers we've got, that save where he would save somebody was not really that relevant. I mean, especially somebody like maybe Dash, or Zerg hitting somebody. They're going to have a follow-up hit in 1 second flat, and they're going to take them out anyway. And so having them be undefeatable, they're going to be invincible until the current turn expires. Going to keep them around quite a bit longer. This, to me, takes Genie from a place of being okay to being pretty viable based on the text. Now, a lot of this, we're going to have to see what it looks like in practice. But the Aladdin team, in my humble opinion, was already pretty decent. And all of this is making them a little more devastating, especially Jasmine. Raja is going to be harder to kill. He's going to hit harder. Jasmine's becoming less of a tank herself, but Raja's kind of making up for lost time on that. Jafar, his debuffs are going to be a little more threatening. He's already got that 2-turn charm, which is really, really good. And then Genie, going to be more effective as a saver. Going to get pretty annoying, and then you got obviously a little more damage, a little mass assist potential, etc. Lots of good stuff from this. I love to see this. I love to see stuff like this. Balance passes like this are so good for the game, and I really like that it's a team right now that's not in the spotlight. It's not like they're protecting a meta or they're nerfing things just to make sure that their new characters are good. They're just looking at a team that is lacking a bit, and they're bringing them up a little bit, making them a little bit more viable. Thank you for doing that, Glue. More of this. It's very obvious that you care about the long-term health and stability of this game when you see things like this, and this isn't the first time we've seen this. We've seen several passes like this. We have a few other updates in here. On a special, This Way Gives now level 2 now applies the haste. Madam Mim's Vile Venom no longer deals increased damage for purging a helpful effect off an opponent. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about Madam Mim. I've ran into her like once, and so I don't know. We saw her mentioned with Jafar too. Maybe we're gonna see her a bit more. Maybe it's just where I'm at. I'm just kind of, out of the loop. And then Tower VIP autocomplete unlocks at Tower Unlock now. That's great. I don't know what that, how much of a change that really is. I haven't really noticed that. And then they do confirm right here, Aladdin event is coming back soon. And so we've got some recycled events now. The last recycle event we had was Onward. Aladdin is coming back now too. So I hope that we've had our string of new characters coming to the game, and hopefully what's coming next is going to be something a little more content oriented. We've dumped a lot of new characters into the game. We've had, you know, all of the Toy Story characters come, all the Incredibles characters come, all the Onward characters come, all the Frozen characters come, and some others. Let's give us some time to farm these guys up and get into some other content right now. That's kind of at least what I am hoping to see. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comments below. Are you going to be going all in on your Aladdin team? I know I am definitely going to want to get Jafar taken care of. At least want to unlock him this time because I don't quite have him. And we'll have to, I'll definitely do my best. By the way, tomorrow I'll be contacting a friend of mine who has the Aladdin team pretty maxed out, and we'll do some testing there as well. Until we get a test account, which Glue, I'm looking at you. Where's the test accounts, man? Glue? Where's the test accounts? Glue? Where's the test accounts? I've got one single eye looking at you. Give me my test accounts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, like the video if you did enjoy it. And as always, my brothers, don't forget,